What do you do for a living?
So I founded Supreme Rentals. We're the largest independent car rental company in New Hampshire and hopefully Massachusetts soon.
What motivated you to do this business?
I started on Turo. You ever heard of Turo?
I do know.
So I started my personal Mercedes 6 years ago. And right now we're like at 300 plus units from New Hampshire all the way to Rhode Island.
And did you go to college?
I did, but I dropped out.
Oh.
So none of those skills ended up being really useful, really, in the long run.
What's something that you've learned in the car business that a college degree simply couldn't teach you?
The regular consumer doesn't understand the purchase price of the vehicle and the actual vehicle value.
Yeah.
And there's always a big difference there. So it's always like when we buy cars, we have to make sure that we don't buy them with negative equity or try to buy them as close to like ACV, you know?
What was the biggest mistake that's taught you the most in this business?
A good lesson I think that I learned, it's really about the team you bring up with you, because I couldn't have done this all by myself. It really takes a logistics team, front of the house, back of the house. The biggest investment you can make is in your team. That's how I got to where I'm at today, is just by having an amazing team. And you know, you got to give a little to get a little, and it's all about your teamwork, you know?
What's the most you've made in a single year?
Per location, we're doing like $1 million per, and we have 4 locations.
You do $1 million like a year?
A year, yeah, no, that's per location a year.
Okay, so $4 million a year.
Yeah.
In this business, do you think it's more about who you know or what you know?
It depends on the channel. For our exotics, it's who you know. Overall, it's what you know in the process, because nothing really changes process-wise. It's still, whether we rent an exotic or a $20,000 unit, it's still the same process we follow.
If you could clear up any misconception right now in the car business, what would it be?
Insurance is probably the biggest thing that, the biggest misconception. A lot of vehicles, especially when you get to the exotics, is the guest insurance, even if they have full coverage, doesn't transfer over to the rental unit. So I think insurance, what it covers, what it doesn't, is a big, that the consumer is usually not aware of.
Any piece of advice you would give to anyone watching home right now, what would it be?
Hard work works. That's it. Hard work works. People ask me all the time, like, oh, how did you do it? And I didn't have money. I wasn't rich. I didn't have like a credit line. I didn't even have a business when I started. Hard work is really just what got me here, you know?
What is your name?
My name is Jay.
Thank you so much for your time.